about time you two checked out of the hospital.
And leave you to hold down the fort.
Uh-huh. How long has it been since you had Labor Day off?
Come to think of it, I can't remember.
No, I can't help it. How are you doing with Monica?
I tried to get her to take a vacation, but no luck.
She wanted to go to Switzerland to see the boys, but she said she just couldn't take the time off.
Well, she's going to have to face them with the truth sooner or later.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I mean that neither of the boys know that Alan is dead.
What?
You have to be joking.
No, I don't think Monica can adopt to it.
Well, but what if the boys see something in the newspapers?
Why do you think they're in boarding school in Switzerland?
Oh, Steve, you've got to insist that Monica take some time off and go and see those boys.
She'd never forgive herself if somebody else told her.
Look, you're going to have to help me with this one. Why doesn't Monica want to take time off?
Oh, men are blind.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it means that you don't encourage gossip in the nurse's station.
If you haven't heard, and if you haven't, you're the only one in Port Charles who hasn't, Monica is having a wild fling with Sean Donnelly.
Monica and Sean?
Mm-hmm.
And he knew it all the time. He just doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Well, Jessie, you know, being better than that, I've always felt that a doctor's private life should be his private affair.
Mm-hmm. The trouble is that this private affair is not private enough.
Audrey Hardy, if I had been married to you all these years, I'd swear you were enjoying Monica's scandalous behavior.
Well, there's nothing scandalous about it. For heaven's sake, Alan's going around.
Don't say it.
You know, Audrey, if you organized the student nurses...
Don't say it,
And
dear.
some of your older nurses under your supervision...
Don't say it.
Oh, dear, I do miss Alan dreadfully, even though he was a bad boy.
I'm afraid Monica does, too, in spite of Sean.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
A Labor Day prediction. Monica's more of a Quartermain than she realizes. And Alan, or no Alan, it's going to be very hard for her to break the Quartermain ties.
Lila. Oh, Edward, let me get something to help you upstairs.
Well, either that or throw a tablecloth over it. I'm sure not going to drag that all the way upstairs by myself.
Well, you just leave it right here. Now, Lila, you come on over and sit down, because I want to hear all about your trip.
Oh, it was lovely. The Alps are so beautiful this time of year.
Well, now, how was the flight home?
Oh, great. We saw a very interesting movie. You know, that Rambo fellow really puts on a good show.
All this from a woman who thought Dirty Harry was a chimney sweep.
Edward, I don't know why we never fly coach. I really rather like it. You meet such interesting people.
Well, if you like coach, you're going to love bus travel. And that's about all we're going to be able to afford after this little junket to Switzerland.
Never you mind. We missed you.
Oh, and I missed you all, too. How's our relish business going?
New orders coming in every day.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I may have a new customer for us.
Really?
I had the stewardess use some of our pickle Lila as a vegetable dish. And, oh, the passengers couldn't have enough of it.
Well, darling, we could talk about something a little more important. How are my grandsons?
Oh, the boys are doing fine. They love their new school.
Well, what's not to like in Switzerland?
Well, surely they must miss their mother.
Well, of course they do. And they miss their father, too.
Can I get either of you something?
Oh, I'd love to have some lemonade.
You got it.
I hope that Alan's charade is almost over.
Darling, all this is going to end very soon.
Well, it's gone on long enough, and I want an end to it.
Lila, I have to ask one more favor of you.
Forget it.
Well, if you want this to end, you're going to have to help me. Now, listen carefully. I have to talk fast because Monica's due here any moment.
You are insufferable.
Darling, if you love your grandchildren, you will tell them how lonely they are without Monica, how lonely the little tykes are without her.
Well, that wouldn't be a lie, Edward. They do miss Monica and Alan very much.
Well, then you tell her that.
I don't know that I want to become involved in any more of your schemes.
Look, our plan is at a very crucial stage. Now, you must help us. I mean, otherwise it's not going to be sporting, darling.
This isn't a game, Edward.
Lila! Oh, it's good to see you.
Oh, hello, darling.
Well, I want to know everything that's going on with the boys. I cannot tell you how I've worried about them. Is there something wrong?
Well, Lila, she just doesn't know how to tell you that the boys are very lonely.
Oh, we were so afraid of that.
No, it was to be expected, I suppose. I mean, after all, you can't take a couple of kids away from their mothers, slap lederhosen on them, ship them up to the Alps, and expect them to live happily ever after reading the tales of Heidi.
Is this true?
Well, the boys do miss you very much, Monica.
I knew it. I knew this would happen. I never should have let them go.
Ah, great. Funny.
Really?
Yeah.
It's working like a charm. Monica went for the bait of the lonely kids like a fish for a worm.
That's great. Means that Tiffany will be able to work her charm with Sean Donnelly.
Are you kidding? By the time she's finished with Donnelly, she'll have him drinking champagne out of her overpriced shoes.
La champagne. I hope you have some caviar.
Oh, Tiffany, this is a wonderful surprise. Yeah, I was just sitting here trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my day.
Oh, you poor thing. Are we all alone?
Like the Lone Ranger without Tonto.
Good. You know, I would certainly hate to be greeted with a bucket of water poured over my head again.
I'm surprised you didn't call first. You afraid of running into Monica?
Well, you know, that's probably why I didn't call. You know, standing outside that door, I couldn't help but thinking, who am I going to face, the lady or the tiger? I am so glad it was the tiger.
Oh, you flatter me.
Oh, I mean it. Living on the edge just keeps my life from being such a bore, you know?
Well said. Champagne.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Oh, Sean, I just love it here. It's so beautiful. You've got a beautiful place and wonderful view.
Well, it's not exactly the Champs-Elysees, but each better do, huh?
No, well, I should say so.
Yeah, I'm rather surprised you haven't gotten bored with Port Charles by now.
Oh, well, I'm sure some people might think that it's a little boring here and not quite as glamorous as other places. But to tell you the truth, Sean, you know, the lights of Europe really, they lost their magic a long time ago for me.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I mean, I could live anywhere as long as I'm living with someone who excites me.
Oh, a woman after my own heart.
Well, it's not totally dull here, I should say. At least Duke Lavery's place happens to be a happening, isn't it? So to speak. I mean, at least it was for us last night when the two of us were dancing.
Yeah, I think that was the wine.
Oh, or the company. I suppose you're going to be seeing Monica later today?
No, as a matter of fact, she's tied up all day.
Really? Well, I knew I made the right decision to drop by.